No
Yeah.
actual nerfs. One of the most like contested gods across the board. If Paul goes Scylla, I think Twig goes Morrigan. I could see Ghost whipping out a Morrigan if PK prioritizes Scylla, but I could also see PK. I just don't want to see Cupid, man. I do not want to see a Cupid pick, first pick. I'm so sick of seeing the Cupids.
Most teams typically do to get to finals, at least in the semis. You got to put up a little more effort usually than what Ghost did. Is that something? Like,
is it her healing? I mean, it's everything. It's her sustain, it's her clear, it's her poke. She's the only support in the game that can actually like stun lock you for a solid 2 seconds at like levels 2, 3. That's ridiculous. Like any Emoja with even halfway decent mechanics is going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with. So like imagine a Emoja in the hands of somebody like Neil Wall or Polar Bear Mike. Like you don't want to think about that. So like you don't let it happen. Busty Emoji coming never gets played.
There's the Morgan ban, set ban.
Yeah.
Oh God.
The Morgan set. Amir, I love that. I really thought they were gonna try to They probably don't want to prioritize any of the carries until they get front lines.
All right, so here comes Cupid Guan. Or...
I can see Cerberus.
Yeah,
Cerberus is
Cerb could
pretty
be good
solid
too.
against Amir. I think Ghost definitely are gonna want Cerb in their top 3. If not, I could see PK looking to snag up Cerb. I still want to see more Sobek though, but I feel like Amir solo is awkward here. No surprise though, heavily prioritizing that Cupid. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it.
Cupid OP.
Oh man, it is funny though how much they love him in like pro play. But if you think about it, like it sucks, but like Cupid and Artemis actually are some of the best competitive hunters right now. That's what's silly.
There's the Guan.
They should
Waiting
definitely
for
get rid
that.
of. If Ghost doesn't take Cerberus, I feel like PK bans it.
There it is.
Yeah, they had to take Scylla top 3 though, otherwise they get banned. Ghost could always go Morrigan though, but Twig's pretty
Morgan's
flexible. Oh, that's right. God.
Yeah, so like the Scylla pick is just so good right now. Oh, these guys.
Yeah. I can't say. I don't know. Scylla versus Anubis. I feel like you're playing with fire on that one.
It's a double-edged sword. Anubis is a double-edged sword every time. I love it.
I mean, they got a snowball comp going, but I feel like both teams don't have snowball comps. Like this is all early game pressure on both sides. It's all Smite Pro meta. Early game pressure, baby.
Nam ban, Zots ban. That's so good by Ghost to ban the Zots against the Anubis.
They probably have to ban Robin too, though.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. Robin ban. So who's gonna dive? What other junglers dive? Because Rat's ban, Robin ban, Camo ban, and no Monkey.
I wonder if there is concern around this Anubis pick at all for Ghost Gaming in that
Loki.
we didn't necessarily against the Renegades in that more times than not Captain Twig was
I'm gonna wait. They need more AoE though, I think, for PK. But they actually could pick Loki, but I don't know. I feel like it'd be so bad.
For Scary D, excited. Cannot wait to watch this matchup.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised they picked that.
Suki's gonna have a tough time against King Arthur and Cupid, though. The cripples. Hey, I'm hoping that's a Hachi for real. Hachi would pop that Cupid.
Tsukuyomi Hachi.
Well, Cupid should die every time. That's what I'm thinking. But they have to be really careful that they don't get smacked by Anubis on the retreat.
Really? They're literally picking Tsukuyomi for Anubis. I don't like it.
Fenrir support. So
Honestly,
they're really just gonna try to hard dive.
I was gonna say both these comps are literally like just rolling the dice.
Yeah. They can both kill each other pretty easily. I think that's because Scylla could hyperbot Fenrir, you know? Like, I would not want to play Fenrir into Scylla, but I guess if you're full tank, you might be fine.
If Ghosts win this game, it could easily be 22, 25 minutes. They're working with it, and they're looking to make PK look like chumps.
I mean, this is just pure aggression, right,
Has
Dave?
to be.
This
Has
is.
to be.
Yo,
this
I
is the
did do
kind of
Fenrir
competition
support
you walk
first.
in, not to
Told you
respect your
guys.
opponent, but to
Probably
make
just
sure they
copies
know
ranked
their
meta, dude. I'm
points.
convinced.
This is not something you go in because you think you're gonna have to go the distance against the Knights. This is a composition to make sure you never go past game 3.
This is FinoK's tweet earlier in the week boiled down to a draft, right? I can't wait to decimate all my opponents in 20 minutes or whatever it is that he tweeted out. That's how you draft here if you're Ghost Gaming. Same for soccer. That's where my eyes go. I look at this Thor pick, and it's not a pick, or it is a pick we saw a decent bit throughout the onset of Season 7, fell by the wayside a little bit as we went down the stretch. You are able to make such an impact all over the map with this pick. That Anvil of Dawn, game-changing. Sam for Soccer is a game-changing player. Ghost Gaming are leveraging the
It could be
abilities of
Thor
each of their
support,
laners
though.
with the picks that we
That
see here.
is a good point chat brought
Sam
up.
for Soccer, though, comes to the forefront
Like,
of my
but I
mind.
feel like
Thor is poised.
I
Or
honestly
this
like
converting
Fenrir
into a
support
win
more
is a
than Thor
different story,
support.
but
I feel
poised
like
make a
Fenrir
big
support has
splash
better
here.
dive
Now, Mifflin,
than Thor.
the composition
I'd rather
for
see
Ghost
Thor with full
very early
damage.
game. It is blatantly like Mega Horn at the top of a mountain, screaming down, causing avalanches, asking for early game. How do the Knights deal with this? I mean, their games like look, Scylla, she's pretty good late. Ymir does pretty well early on as well, but do they
Yo,
have
Chaz, is
enough
that
to
loud
combat
enough for
it?
you
Can they
guys?
keep that
Is it loud
gold
enough?
lead?
I'm trying to make sure you guys can hear.
52K viewers for Worlds. Not bad.
Hell yeah. I think it'll definitely go up too. I mean, it's just starting. I'm
YouTube's
hoping.
got like 4K viewers right now.
Oh, YouTube's not gonna have shit. Everybody's gonna come to Twitch.
I mean, they're streaming it on Steam as well.
Yeah, well, I just
Steam, Facebook, YouTube, Mixer, lol.
Facebook, Facebook gaming, Mixer
Yeah.
gaming. What's it called? I don't know. I see Worlds getting like 80K, 80, 90K maybe.
That would be
If
so
it-
good.
If it's a 3-0 blowout, it'll
Gotta
be bad
Paul.
viewership,
Gotta be
but
Paul, then, on
I'm
the
hoping
nights
that this
you start
goes
to
at
look
least
towards here.
5 games.
Again, that's where
Like,
I'm
I want
not
all
gonna
5 here.
raise
It
the
would only
alarms,
be
anything like that around
it
this
would be
Anubis,
so
but if
perfect
there's
with
enough
PK's
dive
storyline.
and setup from the
Every
rest
single
of the
game
Knights
went
that
to a
can
game
give
5.
Paul that space to operate.
Yeah.
That'd be so sick.
This Anubis has to root himself throughout a couple of his abilities.
That would be a cool storyline.
Yeah,
You're
I
making
mean the
things a
fact that
little
they're
bit
playing
easier.
against
Again,
their
this is a
old
very
junglers
niche
also like
moment where
this is like just a dope
if,
storyline in
Captain
general.
Twig
These
is
two
rooted
teams
and
are
I'm a
actually playing
monster
against
finds
each
an
other.
easy target. That's a very specific niche moment.
Like the fact that Sam actually has to go against his old team, like that's gotta be tough. Like imagine if you lose here, and like that was your team before.
This carries as much weight, I think. I mean,
That's
I look
tough.
at Thor for San for Soccer. I've made that clear. I now look at Scylla here for Paul to be the big difference makers for their respective teams.
And to try and control it. But yesterday, Mifflin, when we were watching, it was the Knights matchup. When Radiance pulled out this Anubis, we were talking about the Kamazots. And granted, that gets banned here by Ghost. But can Tsukuyomi deal with that enough? Is that matchup going to go in favor of Cuvo here? Or is it going to have to fall back on Paul the way that we've seen? I mean, these two right now, depending on how this...
Yeah, it's a best of 5. It's a best of 5 because best of 7s we've done best of 7s before, and Hyra's was like, holy shit, best of 7, never again, never again. I remember the best of 7 days, chat. Those were tough. Those are tough commentary days. My head over the guy's body. I'm Mifflin now. All right, guys. I gotta adjust all this stuff.
Let's go down to Finch and Aggro to find out.
Should be like right around here, I want to say.
Finch is taking full advantage of this cast for finals.
Yeah, he better. He better.
Yeah.
This is his cast. Legit.
His time to shine.
This is Finch's cast right now. Because he's first chair. He's chair 1, isn't he? Yeah.
You know he got that Adderall and G Fuel injected.
Guys, I'm an e-girl, so I had to make my camp slightly bigger. Don't judge
Man,
me.
Zapman looking like Panda.
Don't judge me.
And Cyclone Spin looking like Zap.
From back in the day.
Yeah, you see, look at the bottom. Look at the bottom.
I'm a big fan of Cyclone Spin.
They're like, oh shit, the cams are fucked up. Turn them off. And Worlds are like, oh shit, the cams are fucked. Turn them off. Oh man.
Oh, I gotta refresh really quick.
That's a good
I think
start,
I'm gonna
good
be a
start.
second or 2 behind you again all day today. That sucks.
They literally turned off the cams.
Yeah, there should definitely be at least 1 more ban per team.
For Ghost Gaming to cause some damage, man. I mean, I don't think Twig's gonna get away with the early duo lane gank like
I think there should definitely be at least one more ban per team. I don't know, man. I just feel like Scylla versus Anubis is just so hit or miss for both of them. Oh, look at that invade, though.
Just comes down to whoever cheeses first.
Oh, well, they didn't get it. That's so bad. That's so bad for them. I guess it's not like the worst thing in the world, but
Yeah,
I know
mean,
they-
it sucks.
they
Like,
still got the
honestly,
timer.
PK is gonna lose now.
You think so?
Yep, because we don't get to see the Paul lean cam. So
That's the difference maker.
no, we don't see Paul lean, so they lose now.
Dude, Paul's probably so annoyed that he couldn't pick up his red, though.
Right? Right?
I'd be so annoyed.
How is Paul, especially in this little bit of time before he has that ultimate, supposed to be safe, supposed to keep those beads available? That's a lot of pressure they could put on him.
It's gonna be have to be excellent positioning from him because there's no simple answer.
Yeah, I need
for
the
Scylla.
cams
It's not
back.
like she could do anything in
Where's the
particular
Paul
to be able to step
cam?
up and clear the wave. You really can't in the early stages, especially against Anubis, who is.
It's
maybe
crazy
the
looking
best
at
Yeah,
this
I'm with you,
old map
Deception,
after
trust
playing
me.
on the new map. How shitty this map
Yeah,
looks.
this map is so bad.
This map looks like dog shit.
It's so bad
I
compared.
love
Like the new
Anubis
map
up against
is
Scylla in the
honestly
early
really
game
good.
because
I,
she cannot
It's
I
one of
like
their
it.
best maps,
Still
if
in
not
that
their best map
but
they've ever made.
I'm
as we
telling
go
you,
into
if
the
they
later
start
stages of
doing
the game,
holiday
Crush
shit with the
goes
Smite
from
maps,
not
oh
clearing
my
the
Dude.
god.
to basically
Like, just
They
give
did
me like,
season 0.
give me a holiday pass. Like,
pretty
just
Yeah.
you can
cognizant of as the
charge
game goes
people,
later.
you know.
Man, there must
Like,
be
Yeah.
so much
$5
pressure
per
on
season?
Ghost in particular in this one, right? Because
Yeah.
this
Dude,
is where
it
they
should
fell
be.
last
You should be
year.
able to
Very
keep it.
similar
Like
team.
equipped it on your
Only
account.
big difference though is
Mhm.
that Sam for soccer on their side this time
Imagine
around.
if they just gave out
and
like a
Cubo
holiday
Fred is
bundle
in his place.
where like
But
every
hasn't Cubo
season,
kinda lived up to that
you
here
know,
so
all the
far?
big
It feels as though
holidays,
Cubo
Halloween, all that
has
bullshit
certainly filled those big shoes.
for like
The world's MVP
price of a god pack,
is on the
and
opposite
you can
side
have
of
your
the
Smite map
here this
updated
time.
permanently.
It certainly still
Yeah,
ended up being
I've
a
already
big
pitched that. I
impact play.
pitched that idea already.
He's
It's such a
been
good
unbelievable
idea.
for them, and I agree with
Yeah.
what you're saying on
I
the
pitched it
depth,
like
by the way.
2-3 years
obviously
ago.
everyone's
I
thinking
know.
about who the potential MVPs could be for each of these teams.
Yeah.
I have
Fred
DMs
has
with
absolutely put his name near the
Ajax,
top of the list.
where he was like, "Yeah, we
That's
never
one
did
guy.
that,
I
Maddie.
think it's
I'm
really
not sure what you're
between him
talking
and
about."
Paul.
And I was like,
Ajax
"What?
wasn't
Are
around
you
then.
kidding me?" And I was like, "Yeah, for real, we did." And he's like, "Hold up, I gotta go ask the customer service team." He comes back, he's like, "Okay, you're 100% right, but we're not gonna do it because it doesn't make us money." And I was like, "Okay."
They could make money off of it. I guarantee you people would pay for Smite map cosmetics.
Oh, 100%.
Like, there's no way people don't pay for that now. I would pay for that now. I've never spent.
But
I
that
think I've spent 20
three
bucks
times in a
on
row
Smite
going
total
the way to
in all
game
my years.
five,
In a
that's just
decade of
asking
Smite,
so much,
I've literally
isn't it?
only spent like
I
maybe
want
20,
PK to
30
be able to
bucks
get a
tops on
little
this
bit
game.
ahead for 'em. I'm sure their fans want to as well, just
Yeah.
so they don't have another heart attack like they had in those other two sets. But I think matters going to be a
I
lot
haven't spent
easier
money
for
on
them
Smite
against
since
this
season
Ghost
1, I don't
if
think.
they don't leave it to the last minute. I
Yo,
know
what's
they're
up,
good late.
Plancy? I'm
I
doing
don't want
pretty
them to
good.
change that, right?
Enjoying the
But, I
finals,
mean,
man.
into the 50s, it feels like you're rolling
Not
the
surprised
dice
that it's
against a team
slow.
like Ghost.
You are, and everyone thinks of Ghost
what
as
was
this
that?
early game team. They're going to come out and they're going to stomp you in 24.
I was just
which
saying, I
they
don't think
will
I've
if
spent
they
any
have
money
a
on this
clear
game since
identity
season
to
1.
associate
Oh,
with this
yeah.
Ghost team, but
No, I mean we
don't
do
think
get
that
everything in
that's
the game for
only
free.
way
So,
that they can
hey,
win.
look at the
They've shown
cams.
the ability to take games
Hey,
late.
they're back.
Hidden Radiance
Where to lean?
team that everyone
Yo,
thought was
what's
All right,
up,
so
Smite
PK
Books?
just got 5% extra
I might have an
damage.
answer.
Sets with high stakes at the phase 1 playoffs. There's a team
Dude,
that's
nothing's
proven
gonna
to
happen
me
for like 10
There
minutes.
it is.
that they can win anyway.
He's a
game
little, he's a
comes, so
little
that's
leaned right
why
now. He's not full leaned yet.
coming into this tournament.
You gotta-
I don't
you gotta
think PK
activate
can sit
Paul's
on their
lean.
hands and go, oh, we're better late. We could just wait until that
Zap's
point.
so
It's not
greedy,
gonna be that
dude.
easy.
And Zapman has been
So
I don't
greedy.
think disrespectful is the right
Wait,
word.
what do you mean?
Patient on these
He didn't even
relics,
use
cool down
beads. He
slow
got away with
know.
that.
tournament
I know,
long,
that's what
all
I'm
week
saying.
long, and I don't think that's gonna
There's no
change here.
follow-up.
If
There's
Panda
nothing they
Cat
can
wants
do.
to get a bit
It's
of
just
an
so funny.
overreaction from Zapman, wants to trade on that ultimate, he's got to do a little bit more than
It
just
just
drop
shows
it on
that
him.
Zap
Zapman
isn't
has
like letting the
plenty
nerves
to
get to
hold
him.
on to.
Especially with Neil nearby. If
Yep.
Neil's not there, then
I mean, I have an
Zap
iPhone
always gets
XR.
the mounted archery
As
out,
for
but
the Otter
knowing
video,
that
I
he's
have
got a
no
support
idea
there,
what
even
kind
though
of
Neil
phone
does
that
not have a
is.
defensive relic for him, 5 beads for the Pittsburgh Knights, and that's courtesy of this Fenrir and of the Anubis.
Good
See, this is
work
why I
there
don't
from Mike.
like
Gets the beads out from
Suki.
Cuvo Fred, and that is Cuvo Fred.
Yeah, he's
selecting
just
the
not
beads
good.
as opposed to
He's-
like a blue
Not in
buff.
not in pro
And
play.
He just got proved correct on that one, didn't he?
I'm
His
not a
aggression
huge fan of
plus the
him,
blue buff
but
being paid
I
for Ghost.
see the
That's Fred's
concept
MO.
because
This tournament is not
Yeah.
going for these blinks
Zap
early
and
on
Cubo
because
are
it
basically the
fits better with
executioners this
Pittsburgh
game.
Knights' identity of wanting to go
Well, when
later
you're
into the mid and
teleporting
late game
around in the
anyways,
ult with
so you'll pick up
Tsukiyumi,
like
you
a
can't get
12
hit by
and
Nubisol
be
or any of the
safe
other
through the early
bullshit.
game as long as you don't end up losing it early on. I like the decision
decision here, especially against the composition from Ghost, which has 3 CCs that all
Man, King
insta-kill you
Arthur sure
if you
looks
don't
like
have
fun.
purification beads and Thor Dunk,
50% of
Anubis
Scary
Wrap,
D's
and
HP with
Ragnarok coming from
reinforced Greaves, by
Yeah,
the
and
way.
still had 3 abilities to clear the wave.
Likely between Paul and Q.
Fucking
What about
insane.
Ghost? Is it so clear? I mean,
Oh,
I can
man.
see Fine, Sam, Mike. Maybe
No,
even
it's not
Twig,
my
depending
otter
on what
video.
kind of
All
day
of the
he
otter
has
stuff
here
I
today.
ever
I mean, they're
post
all
Smite books,
likely
it's not
candidates,
mine.
and that's what's
But
made this
my
team so
my
strong,
otter
is that
folder
he's
and my
one of them
otter
to
archive,
pop
I
off
should
at any
say,
given
is
moment.
very
Little hard
vast,
for
and I'm
Ghost 'cause
always
they only
adding
played
to
one
it.
set, and we didn't
I am
exactly
always
get the
watching. Like
world's longest
I
tape to
follow a
take
couple
look at
different
to
otter
see,
channels on
who
YouTube,
was
and
performing
I'll
the
take
best. I
my
think
own
it really
screen
comes
caps
down
and
to
stuff from
who
those otter
performs here
videos of
today
like
in
really
the big
cute
sets.
pictures of the
I'd
otters and
expect
things like that. Like
Greater
I'm
Find
a
to be on
fiend
big
when it comes to my
pop-off
otter
alert here, because
archive.
those are the only two guys on Ghost that don't have a ring already. You know they're going to be hungry to raise that hammer for the very first time. Especially Twig, man. I mean, the guy's been to every single Smite World Championship.
Oh yeah, if you want
He's
to meme
come
it,
in
go for it,
second
dude. I don't care.
twice
I never
in
care
his
about
career.
like. I'm so
He
used to
doesn't
having
wanna
people
feel
like
that
meme my
again.
shit in
It's
Smite
third
community,
time's the
man.
charm,
Like it
you
doesn't. It don't
hope, if you're
matter.
a Captain
Trust
Twig
me.
fan.
You hope so.
I know
Man.
how to
If you're a
actually
guy,
like
and there are a lot,
you
there
know
are some, but
not get butthurt
as
over the
more
small
than
things.
Twig,
Like
I
I
think
don't
it'd be
get
hard to
butthurt,
find
for
someone who's been
example, when
around this
somebody
long and as
clickbaits my name
successful
in a
without
YouTube
that
title.
ring. I
I'm
mean,
not
it
gonna
is-
spend 10
it's
minutes on my
Barkley
stream
type
talking
stuff
about
that
how I
he's
need to
done, like
DMCA
guys
strike
that have
that
been around
person.
and not quite
You
made
know?
it at that level, but he has been elite enough to do it. As there's some pressure from Ghost
that's
onto this blue buff
that's
in
the thing.
white yet again.
They're
I
just trying to have a
already
good
see Sam
time.
and Fino Key here. The Knights have got to get someone over here sooner, or perhaps they're just content to let this one go. But it's going to be tough to let Ghost
It
keep
did.
doing that consistently.
Right, Avian?
Especially against a character like Quan Yu that is a little bit more mana hungry.
man.
And normally the way that
I gotta be
PK
careful
has
though, man, because
prevented
people are
these
saying that
sorts
I'm
of
bullying that kid now.
invades
By,
throughout the rest of this tournament is that by having this Scylla,
I'm trolling.
they've had so much more objective
Oh,
pressure on
man.
this left-hand side.
Why have we
knowing
got
that,
8 minutes
oh,
without a
you just
kill?
give us enough time. I'm the
Dude.
Monster Crush are gonna confirm this
I
objective
need
for us
somebody to
really,
do
really
something.
quickly.
8 minutes
And
without a
with an
kill,
Anubis on
like
the
I'm
other
about to
side,
I'm
that
about to
really
bust
throws
out
a
the
wrench
rose
in your
again.
plans because
I'm about to
Ghost
get the
has
claws
much better objective
involved.
DPS
Oh shit.
that
Oh
Pittsburgh
shit.
Knights. Maybe not the best secure.
But this
You
time,
still owe me 100 gifted, sucker.
oh yeah, right, dude.
Aggression there from
Nima
Mike.
is so
He's got
fucking dead.
Nima into the ultimate. The death gaze is there
Hey,
as well.
now,
And that's
Yeah,
your
but
did
this
you
is
first
just
a
get
Nubis,
a
though.
big?
for Ghost Gaming.
He already used his
Pittsburgh
Aegis.
Knights are not
He's
done.
so
Twig
dead.
falls
Yeah,
in
but I think
trade,
Kivo's dead
but
too
in the
here.
air is Sam
Oh,
waiting
we
for
missed.
his
Oh,
target. He
Paul
jumps
missed
down,
too.
Doesn't quite find much, but Zapman is here to help. It ends up being a double kill for Mike, but a trade
Let's
comes back
go,
3 for 2
dude.
so far in favor of PK.
What a rotation coming
How
from
much of
Zapman.
that do you
He
think
sniffs
is
that engagement
INAP
out
servers?
really
for those
early.
misses?
If you want to talk about the ideal scenario for a Hachimon,
I don't know.
that's
I'm actually
6 shades of
curious what
Season
their
3
ping
Vera
is,
pulling that
because
Hachimon
Paul
mix
does
out
not
in their
miss like
big set
that up
against
close.
Energy, where he comes in a very similar rotation, zaps right on time. Sam's got to be a little bit more accurate.
Dude, what a perfect rotation from Zapman. Zapman had the boomer vision. Zap just hit him with the OG boomer vision. He saw that play happening from like a mile away.
I'll say that was like a deja vu with the Ymir getting lasered, dying.
Great start for the Pittsburgh Knights, despite Ghost Gaming being the ones who got the first blood.
Yeah, I think
Sam
if you're
not
PK,
hitting
you're
that ult
feeling good
though,
for a number
so
of reasons.
bad.
The primary one is
That probably hurts so
this is
much.
where you'd think
Yeah.
Ghost have the advantage based on the history and where you're kind of trying to skip path to get to your pick of strength.
And don't
but
worry though,
instead,
King Arthur
they
full prots,
absolutely stood
still
up
doing
against
all
them,
of
and it is
Scary D's
almost
health bar.
entirely, I think, thanks to what Zap did there at the tail end, as you covered. And now they've got the numbers on the blue buff there for the defense, moving in aggressively as Ghost anyway, as Fino K takes the poke and looks to push in further, but unsuccessful.
King
Wild.
Arthur
I mean,
damage is
that's
so disgusting, dude.
9
How's he
minute
zoning
tower
3
for
people?
Fine, okay. And then he just 1v3.
He's gonna have Gaia soon
in there and
too.
tried to steal that blue buff away. Now,
Ooh.
didn't get it. Still ended up
Ooh!
getting quite a bit.
Ah, the
Good
damage.
job
Paul
on the
could have
back
ulted
end.
him.
Asserts a little bit of
I don't think he
dominance, as
realized
we
he
love
hit
to
him.
see, of course.
Yeah.
And now he's only getting tankier with that Stone of
Sam probably
Gaia.
uses bees there
Not
too though, if he
great
sees him
game
ult.
for Gaia if you're worried about that.
And they're not
passive
using,
proc,
he's not using the
because
bunny skin. I
Pittsburgh
wonder
Knights
if they
really
comp banned
can't
it.
passive proc you in this game.
Like what if they
But
comp banned it
just
overnight?
cheap health items
They
that give
should.
you a ton of
I think
free
they
credit at the
did,
exact
because
same
there's no
time.
way he wouldn't be running
Certainly
it
not
right
the
now.
old Glad Shield
It's
feelings
just
you used
so
to get when
broken.
you were playing Arthur, but
That's
still
funny.
a very important power spike for Fine OK to get. And if you're Ghost and your last engagement in mid didn't exactly
What's
go
up, Danny D?
perfectly,
Oh,
they have to
dude,
get
what
comes
do
the
you
Anubis
do?
burst.
They can burn
What
it,
do
but
you
they have
do,
this Anubis,
though?
and Pittsburgh Knights never get to contest, even with the wall. And they didn't even use the ultimate out from Twig. He pops it right on Neomar, point blank.
Oh,
And there's
Zap
the
might be
Ragnarok,
dead.
bringing Zapman back in, but he's got the ultimate. Looking to escape, but Fields of Love and the Heart Bomb used, plus the leap. Ghost Gaming have the answer back.
You were saying that Zap's nice and patient with
There's
those
a
beads.
big lead,
That time,
3K.
Patience ends up costing him. Waits way too long on the pure
I can't believe Zaps didn't.
Okay.
Zap needed to just like bees right away. I don't think he saw their whole team there.
Right around the corner.
Crazy.
Great play from Panda Cat. in this
Those
Ghost
early
Gaming team is
Anubis,
just
like,
executing their composition
Anubis
to
objective clear is so
perfection.
stupid.
Even though the first engagement didn't go well, what was the game plan?
That's all this is
Kill the
telling
Ymir.
me.
Let's
Like,
just dump everything into the
it's
Ymir
crazy
and get a kill
how
onto
much
him.
the pros show,
Every
like,
time
the
Neil
high-end
steps up,
exploits
he is going
that,
to
like,
eat a
we
death
always
gaze.
gripe
It's
about
just
in
impossible
top-end
for
ranked or
Twig
whatever.
to not get that damage off.
Because, like,
Ymir
some of
is
that
such
shit,
a
like, how do you
big
play
body,
against it?
no mobility. The wall doesn't matter whatsoever. He's CC immune the entire time in that ultimate. And this counter pick is just so smart from Ghost Gaming. If Ymir is going to be the top pick in support, like it seems to have been during this World Championship, having something like an Anubis in your back pocket, that off-kilter strategy ready to go, is so valuable.
This is so tough now,
Sam
though, for
on this
Neil.
left
He's
side of the
2
map.
levels
He has that
behind.
ultimate in his back pocket. One more
Yeah.
thing we're thinking about, they burned that Fury that quickly without the ultimate.
I love
That
how
is
Fenrir with
3-1
Sledge can probably
adding
half-health
into that
zap
for
with a
Ghost.
single
That
Brutalize
is
if he's been
scary for the
leveling
Knights.
it.
They thought they had the timer on it, but it's peak, but it's Ghost with the burn potential. Now Sam is here. I thought maybe an ult into the lane was in effect, but they might be looking for a purple invade. But in comes Cuvo Fred. They had a warm
Dude,
up here.
I guess Sam really did
but
not
still
see.
He's not
spot
looking
out
at the
beyond
ward.
wall,
Yeah.
out.
Not looking at
He's
his
still
map.
contesting
He's
the actual buff.
focused.
Neil, not sure about moving in. So really, in the end, it goes to Ghost anyway.
And this duo lane is just starting to really wrest control from this game from Ghost. And this is exactly how this team loves to play. It's exactly how United won.
Oh
World
yeah, I
Season
was hard
4
inting in
with this
PTS
4-by-Mike
earlier.
team. It was
I mean, my
side
last
lane
game when I
pressure
played jungle,
that
I
converges into
hyperbopped
mid
when
lane.
I played
Well,
jungle,
it's
but
exactly
I
what
was
they're
trying
doing
out
here.
ADC. I'm
5OK
trying to
has
like
already
learn the
gotten
new
a couple
ADC
blue
meta,
buff
learn the
engagement
new
on
builds.
that right-hand
I think
side.
I have
Already
it figured
taking
out
tier 1
now, but
tower.
like
So
when
where
I
does
was
Sam start to
experimenting,
go?
I was like,
Starts to
holy
rotate
shit,
over to the
Atlantis
left-hand
is so
side. Now
bad.
Panda has a significant lead
Wow.
in ADC.
And nerf him
Mike's
for
been
no
having a
reason. Well,
significant lead
Anubis,
in
I don't think
support.
Anubis needs a
And you know
nerf.
where
I
that
think
lead's
magical
coming
lifesteal is
next?
the
The
problem.
lead is just
Directly
getting.
down the mid lane. That's what this team
Yeah.
loves to
I mean,
do,
they're just
and it's
they're just
such a
clearing
viable
everything too
strategy, man. I
fast.
mean, you pick something with pressure in
It's
mid.
so fast to
In
clear.
Season 4, it
Like,
was
how do you
Zeus and Morgan,
maintain
those gods that
the
cleared really,
timers?
really well at the time, that you could end up fighting around.
They're probably
at
gonna
all
end up
times.
banning
Anubis does
Anubis,
very much the
honestly.
same thing. Just get
If they
that
lose
side
this
lane
game, they're
pressure
gonna ban
and bring it
Anubis.
together into the mid lane.
I love this from Ghost, though.
But I
Just
think they're
so
really just
committed
banking on those
to
late
their
game team
strategy.
fights.
I mean, that initial fight in mid, while it didn't go as
Yeah,
bad as
I could see that
possible,
happening
it certainly
too.
didn't go the way they planned. They really lost.
What's your
it,
in-game timer at,
and
by the
yet
way?
They did not give up on that aggression.
55.
Said,
Okay.
found new
57,
areas to try and
58,
push, and now
59.
nearly 4,000
Yeah, yeah.
gold up in the 13-minute
Nice.
mark. That is Ghost Gaming
Zach.
to a T.
Sucks
isn't
that
it?
Zap died
Getting
one
this
time
kinda
and is
lead
now 2
early
levels
on,
behind.
And Pittsburgh Knights already struggling to deal with it. About the same mark in experience as well, considering how far Twig was behind Paul at the beginning. And now here they are all tied up, man. Ghost never slowed down.
Paul's
This
got
is
to be one of the
exactly where
greediest
Pittsburgh
mid
Knights
laners,
have
though,
to
that I've
start to
ever
think,
seen.
how do we
Kind of cracks
counteract,
me
right,
up.
what Ghost is going to do?
Wait,
Because
what?
they should be
Paul, he
realizing
takes
what's
all the
happening, that
farm.
They're getting choked out of the sides of the map.
Yeah, I like how
and
Paul
nowhere
plays, how he
else to go
farms.
Eventually, but down the mid
I
If you're
know,
not
he's
there
just so
on time for
greedy.
your farm, he just takes
Scary
it.
is
Like, be there on time.
stopping
Like, that's how I play
control
mid too, and I'll just take
tournament
it.
by being the first to rotate.
Right.
But I don't think that's going
The
to
quicker
happen.
it goes
Smite
down, the
really
quicker it
doesn't have
spawns,
that
right? Which
incentive
means
to
more
stay
gold, more
here. It's gonna be
experience.
too difficult for him to take a tier 2 this early on, so he's going to be more likely to rotate anyways. So Scary being the first one in isn't necessarily the call. Can we end up being
I want to
the
see what
aggressors is
Fenrir
where I
gets
think I would go if I'm
second
Pittsburgh
relic.
Knights' shoes.
I almost
Instead of trying to be on our
I almost
back
wonder if
foot
he's
and
gonna go
defend
Sunder.
everything, can we
He
start
could go
to be
Sunder, Thorns,
aggressive
or Shell.
elsewhere on the map? Can we be the
And
ones
just try to kill Zapman.
stepping up at mid when Ghost is still on the left-hand side?
Vandercat takes another favorable trade, gets the ultimate and the purification beads, and so in comes Mike to try and capitalize, uses the ultimate, and keeps up the chase with the brutalize.
That's what I was waiting
Mike
for.
and Pandacat working together again, and they put Zapman down.
And here's Fine OK over here again.
Hello.
Just got Cubo Fred's ultimate with that Excalibur's Wrath, or his beads, excuse me, with Fine OK's ultimate. First one there, out of the solo lane, creating pressure. That's exactly what Ghost is going to keep on doing.
I mean, they can't
This
really
duo
afford to
lane
let
of-
Oni
of
Fury go for
Mike and
free.
Pandacat,
That's the
man,
main issue.
is unbelievable. I saw someone on Twitter calling it Kobe and Shaq energy.
Yeah,
And I think it's an apt description because these two have been that level of dominant in their careers.
they were out there having fun, weren't they, Kobe and Shaq?
Oh,
No
yeah.
contest, and that's what we see from Mike and Pandacat. But Pandacat maybe a little bit confident with it. He says that kind of stuff on Twitter all the time, and now here he is putting it into action. They have the pressure on this left side of the map as Fine OK looked like he blinked in on Cubo Fred.
Dude, I love
Hasn't
how
found much just yet. Well, he has the beats down, so in comes Sam, but didn't really find it with the dunk, so he forces Paul into the ultimate. Scary D kills Twig in the back. Ghost kind of a bit on different
Ooh.
pages there.
Trying to peel for Twig by way of zoning Paul, and he did his job, Sam, even though he didn't land his ultimate. Twig just too late. on hopping up into that death gaze. He's got to get
That
up
was a
there
really good
earlier
counter
and try and get
engage.
that lifesteal
Yeah.
Oh wow,
This
they're
is a
going
critical
for it.
fight now
I
for
mean,
PK, a chance in the
they should get this for
5v4
free
to
with
return the
Scylla.
favor, and
Yeah.
FinoK not rotating.
Yeah, if Anubis is dead,
indicates
objectives
exactly
are
what we
free.
saw.
That's huge though.
Ghost not contesting and PK get the Fury.
Yeah.
That's the best way
Only
for
3K
PK
now.
to do it, is be
They're
a
coming.
little
They're doing it.
aggressive, step up and try and
I
do
mean,
what
the
you
worst part
can.
is that,
was
like,
really Ghost
Hachiman
being
really is so
overly
good against the
aggressive
Cupid,
in their
but
jungle.
the Fenrir
Mike
pick is
finds
just
Nilma
so
again.
problematic, I
Neil
feel
didn't
like.
think it was serious, but it's real serious. Panda Cat was right around the corner.
Ooh,
But Cubo Fred might have a chance to punish because Mike would have to commit. He does do so with the leap.
that's
But they
big.
punish Panda Cat. This is the counter-punching style
Let's
of
go,
PK
Cubo!
at its finest as now they hunt down Sanfrosak with
Oh
no
my god,
ultimate.
he...
Does have the relics
Oh
available so far,
my
has not
god.
used them, and he won't. Scary D evens up the kill count.
And
This
Fred
looks
seems to be
laggy
the
when they
right
do
side.
the
It's,
POV.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's...
I mean, he's coming
There's
into these
something
fights
wrong
late.
with it at the
He's not there
studios.
too early. He's not getting punished for it.
God.
Speaking of punish, Twig, what are you
Look
doing
at
this
that.
close,
That's
buddy?
what you
Anubis
want to
looks good
see.
up against Ymir, but against
So
everything
much
else,
damage.
This is what PK
All
has to
right, now
do.
Captain Twig should
Dude, if they
know.
can
Let's
if they
go
can
make a
strip
quick
that
mental
jungle, that'd be
note. They will
huge.
dive you for that one if you didn't go
They're going for that
into it.
tier 2. They're getting everything.
Look at
Yeah.
the way PK have turned
They
this
staggered the
around.
death
They
timers
might turn around even
perfectly.
more as they will be getting this tier 2 tower. What a response.
Wow.
They belong here on the world stage. If you thought there was a doubt, if somehow they
See, this is
stuck
what I
that
mean.
as the
Everybody
Canadians,
thought this shit
well,
was
you're
gonna be a
getting that
blowout.
confirmed now.
I knew it,
They
man. There's
belong
no way
here,
PK
no
lets it
doubt
be a
about it. There
blowout
is
after
never,
what they did to
I've
get
never
here.
seen a tougher team mentally
Yes.
than this Pittsburgh Knights
You just
squad.
cursed
It is
them. How they lose the rest of the set. Good job,
unbelievable.
Taco.
Yeah,
What
right.
fun
There's no
in
such
this
thing as
tournament. And
curses.
Ghost, this is how they lose a lot of their games.
You just
by
cursed the
being
curse.
over-aggressive, making arrogant positioning mistakes at times. And that's exactly
Like
what
that
happened
was
there.
the
Twig
curse
is
test.
what happened to
If
Mike
FinoK stole
into
that,
Panda Cat thinking they
but he
have
didn't.
a free pick on the Neo
This is
Curse
anybody's
the
game.
curse,
Nah,
Otter.
this
was
is
late for
anybody's
Neil with
game.
Panda Cat hiding, but truly
Anybody's
it
game.
was the other way around. If they're gonna dump everything into the Ymir, that's fine.
Yeah.
You just can't let.
Isn't it insane though how much Ghost got punished just for like 1-2 deaths happening? It's like staggered timers.
They
Like-
lost 3 towers.
They lost 3 towers, an Oni Fury, Pyromancer, and their jungle. Like that was
They went from like a 5K gold lead to being down 1,000.
yeah, that was literally like a 6-7K golden XP swing for PK in under 2 minutes. That's just like
Stealthy. I mean, we're still
that's so
a bit early here
ridiculous.
in this game, but
Ghosts are
clearly
gonna be so
Scary
passive
has
now. I
been able to
feel
rotate
like
over and make 2-0
they're gonna
and
play
3
so
happen.
careful.
Fine's been playing great too, but it's been a bit
and
confined
Neilmal's
to
still
this
3
solo,
levels
banging it out
behind
there a
Fenrir,
bit.
by the way.
He got the beads out from Fred before the Fury spawned and thought that, all right, we're just going to wait until Fury spawns, right? I mean, why would we step up beyond that? Oh, well, we walked into this one, and then we walked into these kills. And
It is
all of a
super
sudden,
choppy right now
it's
for
not
you
even
two,
worth them
right?
rotating because the fight is over at that point.
Yeah,
You're
it's like
putting this much
pixely and
investment
stuff.
Yeah,
those side
damn,
lanes, as
dude.
we were
I hope it holds
discussing.
up.
You've got to be
I hope they don't have to pause. I'm sure production sees
so
it.
far, Scary's done a good job of not sticking to the lane, still rotating, still staying as even as he can in that farm. And
What
the
do you think is
Ghost
gonna happen to
strategy can
Anubis
still
now,
work.
with
Their
Paul
side lanes
having
are
a 2
still
level lead?
ahead. The problem now is at the
Anubis
mid
about to get-
where you want to
he's about to
transition
get-
this lead
Yeah, he's
into
so
ripped.
scared now.
is all of a sudden
about to
Fury
get
behind.
ripped.
It's
That's
not
crazy.
Just Twig, it's Sam as well. Both
The fact that they
It just
took out
takes
that.
time.
Oh
levels
my god, you
in
no
this
way.
game. That makes your transition much
What if
harder.
Paul
It means
accidentally
that
teleported?
Panda Cat and PBM and Fine have more heavy lifting to do whenever they start to try and come
God,
back.
I hate the POV. It's so laggy.
Yeah.
Still got the job done, I think, trying to zone Paul, as you said.
That's
but
Cubo's build right
he's in
now.
a much better zone had he
Nice.
landed
I
it,
like the
right?
Void
So
Shield.
I trust him for soccer.
And they
more
have
than
a
lot
shell,
of folks
upgraded
out there
shell
in this
already.
league, so I'm sure he's
No
gonna turn this
shells
around.
on
This hasn't been
Ghost.
the
I think
greatest
that
start
might be the
to
difference
this one
maker.
for him, but as soon as he's able to get
Is
that
PK
going
having
little
a
bit
shell in
more,
fights?
then maybe that can help out Ghost gaming a little bit too. A lot of the macro has worked for them, but some of the more nitty-gritty hasn't been there.
And this feels familiar to me, that Sam getting a
I
little
think
bit of a slower start
the next-
in these
The
big
Primal
sets.
Fury
You
fight is
think
going to
back
be
to
a fire
how
giant
that
pool.
SK
That's what's
Gaming
going to
team
happen
made their
here.
Run last year
I feel
in
like
the early stages up
if
against
I'm PK, I'm not fighting this Primal Fury for the sole purpose of taking the Primal Fury. I'm fighting this Primal Fury to force Ghost to come in while there is such a big mid disparity in experience, because all they have to do is blow Twig up, and they can definitely blow him up right now. So they get rid of Twig, they start staggering the timers again on Ghost, and Ghost comp, like, it's a Wrecking Ball comp. They need everybody to be together.
They're literally last hitting
order for this
mid,
to work
so
out.
Anubis loses more experience.
Yeah, no, this is great from PK.
Now, he can't do quite what Sam would be able to.
I
but
was
he's
just
been
telling Chad that,
facilitator
like,
for this team.
I don't even think
when
PK
they've
are
been
going to
able
look
to
for
get
Primal
in there a
Fury for
little
the
bit
Primal
early,
Fury.
they
They're
have
going to look
a
for the
bit
fight
more
so they can
of
pull
that
fire.
Cuba Fred and right has been hit hit by the Unchain. A move
Oh, this is
in
bad.
now for Mike as he commits and gets the Aegis out from Cubo. Fred as well as the
Cubo's gonna have to
Purification
ult, I
Beads. Great
think.
work from the Finner, right when we called the name, and they get the ultimate out as well.
And Final K's here. He's looking to get that
Mike should
kill,
die
but
for this,
Mike-
though. I don't think that's
he
worth it for
walked
him at
out.
all.
The man just soloed the enemy jungler.
He just walked Cufo Fred down. That is a Tsukiyomi. You did that too. Now he dies in trade to Zapman, but
I feel like that's worse for Ghost, though.
Absolutely.
Because once Suki
Level
ults, like, he's
18
kinda
Tsukiyomi
useless.
for the Fenrir, whose everything is down. Yeah, we take that.
Nah.
Well, now this Fury.
That's so bad for
gotta find a
Ghost.
way here into this one as
Mike
it's
was
down
such a
to
big
half
front line.
HP. The best confirm is on PK's side, yes, but Ghost can contest as Neoma drops the ultimate.
Oh my god, that would have been big.
So
If he'd actually
in
hit
with the
that.
horse goes Scary D, but the Fields of Love hits nearly everybody. The response from
Oh
Sam is
my
great,
god,
but
dude,
Paul
Paul.
is a bit better, pops him, and that means PK come out 2-1.
Who needs I'm a
Ah,
monster?
man.
I've got the whole combo
Yeah, but see,
left
without
waiting for
Mike,
Sam
they don't have
as he
anybody that
falls
can just
down.
run at
Nice,
PK.
gritty
They need
in
Mike
these
alive.
fights.
Him
Use
dying
the
for
beads when
Tsukiyumi
trying
is so
to check,
pointless.
Crack down Fred in the middle of that piercing moonlight.
So
and that
pointless.
Means that he's so vulnerable in that moment. Didn't have enough charge for his big ult.
This
either,
is
it
what I was
looked
talking about, chat. Like,
Otherwise,
that
you can
was
use that to avoid all
perfect.
that damage.
Is
Perfect.
PK
for
gonna do it,
PK.
Otter?
The whole
Perfect
idea of
for
this
PK.
Anubis is that
I
we get
mean,
enough ahead
Ghost is
that it
probably
doesn't matter
starting to
that
tilt.
I'm immobile, that I can just stand
Nah,
there
not
and
really. There's no way they tilt off of
beam
that
down
alone, but
Scary D
um,
as he's on the
if they
horse and-
lose with Anubis, though,
Brings a
I don't
lot
think
of
they play
damage.
it again.
but not all the damage, and there's a huge difference.
I think PK are trying to
between
force
doing all
them
the damage
off of their
and
picks.
just slightly not enough, especially against a healer when you have no.
Hey, if you want to know,
anti-heal
by the way, Drop Shock,
whatsoever
I
on
add
Ghost
Bubs to
Gaming.
my
None.
G Fuel every single
Aw.
day.
Gonna be tough
I
for
always
Ghost
add
Gaming
Bubs
from this
Naturals to
one.
my
As you
G
said,
Fuel because it's
really
a
Damn, if that
flavorless
freeze went
collagen
down, that would've
protein.
been a
It's
lot of
so
poke.
good.
Yes, race, just about anyone
So
who
good
runs
for your
into it
body.
cannot do that here
I
at
can
this
100%
point in the
attest
game,
to the
and
fact that
still,
it has helped
I
me
feel
a
like
lot
maybe
with
a
my
little bit
joint and
out there
muscle
from Sam
recovery.
as Paul does end up getting
Damn,
caught in the mid.
that
is
sucks
beads down.
though,
Good
losing
work
his beads.
from Twig and Sam there in that mid, but in that last fight, it didn't feel like enough work from him. Again, Mike was the initiator. Mike was the one soloing out.
But if you
Cufo
do
Fred and
want
doing a lot of the
a
work.
collagen
I
protein
think
that
you're
also has some
normally
flavor,
expecting
I
it.
actually really like
He just
mixing
dunked
sour
down
cherry
and
G
ate it.
Fuel
I
with
mean,
Bubs
now,
Naturals
to
Fountain
quote
of
the
Youth
Snow
formula.
Geb skin,
It's a really
he
nice
ate
vibe.
It was instant.
If Twig went
Coming
Poseidon,
from
think this would be
Paul.
a different
Beads
game.
were
If
there
Twig
for
went
Sam,
Poseidon,
but
they would have
kinda
like
have to beat it, I
no
guess, on the
team comp
landing, I
synergy.
suppose, if Paul's gonna hit you with that.
I feel like
Either quicker on
Poseidon's
the
even
relics
worse
or
than
better target
Anubis here because
selection. You
Poseidon
think
doesn't
that
bring
Fields of Love was
any
gonna do a
early
little
game
bit more
pressure.
work, but Zap was able to get out of it
Not
with
with
the beads.
not with Ghost current
Cuvo
comp.
was already dead,
Like,
so you don't have a
PK
lot
would
of
have too
easy
easy of a
targets.
time, I
With
think,
Paul
countering a
still having all of his
Poseidon here.
relics up, that's a scary dunk. to
Sorry,
make
Drop
as a
Shock.
forward. If Paul just
Don't mean to freak you out. I just like to inform people
of that little
about the products that I use because I really do like Bubs collagen protein,
you kind of just die at this
and I've been
Plus,
using
look at
it
his
for
build. It's
like
nothing like what Cubo's
6 to 8
done with
months
the
now.
Void Shield and the sledge, right, which is a little bit more bruisery. Sam
And I work
is
out
looking to
regularly,
one-tap
but even if
somebody
I
with the
didn't work
Aaron
out
Knight into
regularly,
the
I
Heartseeker
would still
just
take
finished.
it just
The
because I
Heartseeker
like
now
the
plus
fact that it
that
has
pressure.
a lot of
So
joint
he
support.
really can't afford, as you said, to take really much damage at all on those. He needs to be hitting
Robbie
you and
better
you
over
can't
Goobus? Oh,
respond
of course,
and taking
but
another fight
Raw's
right away.
banned.
Man,
Raw's gonna be like permaban this set.
lead easily here for Fred, who's
All
already
right.
level 20. Sam has got to try and find some farm, but PK's not going to let him.
No, they're starting up a fight right away, so Mike
They're trying to kill
comes in
Zap.
and grabs
Zap
that
has to
man right away,
live. I think
holds
he's
him still,
good.
but the damage isn't coming. It's mostly PK that are keeping them at bay, but Sam comes
Ooh,
in, gets done
dude,
immediately.
dude. Sam's gonna live 1 HP though.
Sam is still standing, but they lose fine okay on the front as Sam
I don't
runs
think Zap
for his life.
realizes it.
Panda Cat is forced out by Scary D. He's creating tons of
Oh,
space, and
Paul.
Mike just on the run from Paul. Panda Cat not getting a whole lot of support until Twig shows up, but that might just be enough.
Almost. The heart bomb is there. That is the stun, and Panda Cat gets a much needed kill. That's 2 for 1, and Ghost
Dude, if
showing
Zap hadn't
some more
panic
signs of
ran,
life here in this one.
That
I don't
is
blame him.
wild that Panda Cat was able to survive that dive from
I don't
Scary
blame
D.
him for
One-on-one.
panic running, but if
Thorns,
Zap had turned
ultimate,
there, oh
level
man,
20
GG.
warrior, not quite full build for the Cupid.
It doesn't
Panda
help
Cat
that Scylla
surviving
missed the
there is a
cooldowns.
huge deal.
Yeah.
I think a lot of hunters end up dying
Oh, yeah.
on that dive. The ability to stay up in that moment is
Oh,
absolutely
they gotta be careful.
massive.
Okay, yeah, no,
because
they already
now not
rotated back
only
to make
does
sure they
Panda
can't
Cat
steal it.
live, but Scary doesn't get a chance to come back, regroup with the team, and heal them up for something like a fire giant.
It's crazy that only the solo
Really,
laners
really
died
great
there.
play by the
Normally
back
it's
liner
like
of
the other way
Ghost.
around.
I like
Everybody
this,
but
though.
the
Ghost
solo
are not
laners
gonna
dies.
overstep on the back of that fight. They take the Pyromancer, and then they just leave, even with a bit of a 4v3 advantage for a moment. But they've got time.
Anubis
For
does
Fred,
so much
for the
damage
Captain,
right now.
Relic, same for Scary,
Yeah.
Shell, for Neoma, and no
He's gonna
Aegis.
Dude, it's just-
blow up
It's just
Ymir.
the mage lifesteal, I'm telling you, like,
With some of this
items are
initiation
stupid.
Ghost have, maybe they can capitalize.
I mean, they should be capitalizing way more. Mike has that man in his mouth for the entire
Where was the
duration
damage, right?
of Ragnarok.
Yo,
And
did you
there's
see
Final
that they
K.
nerfed
All
the
of you
healing
sitting
in
here
the new
looking at
map?
Watch, waiting for Sam to land. And he only lands
What do they say
after
about the new
Zap's
map?
already on the horse.
So when
I
you're
don't
not
know
in
if he wasn't
combat,
range
healing is reduced
Oh,
by
yeah,
30%.
reduced.
waiting
Yeah,
to
I
try
saw
and
that.
keep the CC
Yeah, that's
chain
pretty
going
wild.
perfectly.
Yeah, no,
I'll
it's
be
a
scared
lot.
of Paul's damage
Honestly,
as well, and for good
I'm
reason. I mean,
not a
you've seen
fan
the
of
man
that.
have a
I feel
monster.
like it's a very
Nearly
punishing.
one-tap
Like
two
30%
people
is just too much.
freehand
It's too punishing.
with that shot, but gotta be able to insta-kill Zap
Part that got me most
in that
interested, where he
fight.
wrote about how it
If
helped
you
my
have the
hands and
hunter with no
wrist. Yeah,
beads,
that's
and we
you
get him
game
with
pretty
the
often, and you're a
Fenrir,
mechanic, so
you've
you use
gotta
your
be able to
hands all day. It's
execute on that.
already starting to feel like you're getting arthritis.
Deserving
Yeah, dude.
that here indeed,
Like
leaving
I'm not trying to
leaving
blow
everyone in
smoke
player
up,
camp
you
as
know,
Neo can't find anything there
or
in
anything
the
up your
mid.
ass, but like
Behind him,
I
though,
promise
is
you,
Panda
I
Cat. They're
actually
kinda
started
leaps and
feeling
bounds above that
better
next
in like
member.
my
They are
wrist,
the
my
ones that have been
hands, my
battling back and
knees,
forth so far.
especially. I
Panda
used
Cat
to
with
have this
Mike
problem
his
with my
back,
right
and
knee
then
with the
Paul
squat
with
days,
good
like leg
help coming
days,
out from
where
Neo
I was having a lot of
Tivo.
issues.
The
I would
rest
just
of
have
those
like
have gotta
this
make sure
like
they're getting in
kink
there and
in my
providing some
knee
support. Twig
after I
Smith's
finish a
not
workout. I
bad,
haven't had
but
that
really hasn't
problem
been able to get onto
since
priority
like
targets or live
after the second
either. I
month
mean,
of me taking
doing
Bubs
one or the
regularly.
other is gonna
So
work,
obviously
and
with
he
like a
hasn't quite
collagen
hit
protein,
peak.
Well,
it's
he's
gonna
at the
take
point
time
now that he has a
for
Subsidian chart
the
that I
effect to
think
take
he
over.
can DPS race
So
Scary's
like you
horse.
just got to be reasonable with the product, like, and obviously consistency is key for these kinds of things. The more you take it, the better your body's able to actually like utilize the benefits that's involved with collagen protein. So it is something that I would recommend taking 1 to 2 times a day, if you're interested. But I use it regularly, and it has helped me out loads with my joint recovery.
As PK secure one more Fury and extend
Those are
that
the kinds
lead
of
a
pulls
bit
we want
more,
to
about
see though
2K or
on
so, a little
objectives.
over that in the Knights' favor. But now that we're getting later and later into PK territory,
Yeah, Scylla's getting
not to
really
big
hard
deal, the
to
actual
contest
goals
though.
of the
I feel
matter.
like
They
in
need all this additional help with
objective
coming
play.
over to the objective.
And I don't
I
think
feel
that
like the
it's
Fenrir is
a
also going to start
Ghost
falling
Gaming
off
problem
eventually,
that
but
I think
who
in trouble
knows?
now. It's the composition problem.
Big leap in there from Mike. The response from Twig is there, but they have not gotten the kill yet. Neilma still alive. That forces the Fields of Love, but Neilma does fall in the back of the fight, though. Now they have a chance to lock down Scary D.
Oh,
as
this is
well.
huge.
But it's Hugo Fred's turn. He moves in, and Fino K is done. So Mike on the retreat, and Ghost.
There should be a Fire Giant pool, actually.
Captain Twig has no hope in the backline. He gets decimated, and in comes Sam, looking for a chance to put down Zap right through the relics. He finds one more.
That's the Sam we've been waiting for. A great wall.
Paul's
on the
gonna go
back
in.
end as well.
Paul's gonna go in.
They needed that.
Ghost Gaming limping away. Paul's ultimate coming back up and having Scary D
2 for
there
2.
with the
Man, if
heals
Zap
means
doesn't
the
die
PK
there
is
though,
gonna be a
that's
lot
guaranteed
stronger
FG.
in the subsequent
Zap just
fight
couldn't
if Ghost
live.
Stuck around, but they needed, as you called, Sam to find a big dunk, and boy, did he.
Again though, I feel
Check
like
out
Zap was
these
late on
relic
those
timers
relics, and I
for
really
Paul
can't
and
help
Zap.
but wonder
Very, very
if it's
close
an
together
INAP
because
thing or
of that
not.
dunk coming from Sam. Twig does the right thing, by
You
the
know
way.
what I
He
mean?
doesn't try and run.
Never know.
towards
Like
the
for
rest
both
of the
sides, I
team.
feel like it's
When
a
you're
problem.
Anubis, you've kind of got to hold that L every once in a while and just go, all right, did my job. We'll see you later. He actually passed
Yeah,
down
I just
to
want,
make
like
sure
I
that
said,
Panda Cat
drop
and
shot to be
Mike,
reasonable.
who were a little bit low at
When
the
will the
time,
workout stream start? Not
didn't
gonna
end up
lie, you got
getting
me excited with that
chased
announcement.
after PK had taken care
Very
of the
soon,
Anubis.
Mal.
Plus,
Sorry,
Twig
I've
got
just
all
been
the damage
working
off that
with
he
a couple
could
of other
in his last
sponsor
moments
groups
of
on
breath.
that,
So
but
good job by
I
Captain
should have
Twig.
something coming
Exactly
very,
what you
very
need him to
soon.
be doing. Dropping that
It's
ultimate
between
in a
like COVID
corridor,
holidays and everything
forcing
else.
Neilma
It's
back. Ghost now
it's
need to be
been a little bit
worried 'cause there's a
chaotic,
couple
but
times
like I
where
said,
they
I'm still working on the
overlapped Fields
sponsors
of
with
Love
it, and
and
again,
Death
I
Gaze
do
in order to
have
kill
the
Neil,
prize
right?
at
If
least
they can get to a point
confirmation
where they only need
from
one of those, these
one
team
of the
fights are
groups
gonna
that's
get
going to be
much easier.
supporting it that I'm
It's gonna
really
be tough
excited to
do
share
these
with you
win these
guys.
fights, and they have to commit
But the
both of them,
fitness
and
streams
Neil
are going to
really
have like
not
a
just in
secondary
terms
clause
of
to them.
surviving through those, but
Dicey!
positionally to commit as well,
Dicey
kinda
LLC.
back towards that mid
Show it
tier
up for
tower.
all
That's
your
big
nutritional
work
value needs.
from Neil Ma. And I know that 05 and 5
Oh
or
man, dude,
05 and 3
I
might
am
not
so
look
excited
great,
though. Like,
but I think that's about as good of an 05
no
and 3
bullshit.
as well.
I am dummy excited to share with you guys one of the groups that's going to be supporting the fitness stuff that I'm doing. I feel so happy when they gave me the confirmation, man. I was so happy.
You've just got to be able to facilitate and pass the ball a little bit. And Neil's got plenty of assists. Three, not the best analogy, I suppose, in that regard. But he's forcing Ghost into bad spots and allowing his team to come in and clean up.
All right, what you doing if you're a Anubis here? You pop in the mantle of Discord?
PK in general, they have
I feel like you
no.
gotta go mantle here though.
And pulled this
Oh,
last
you're saying,
item?
do I get it? Do I get it?
Yeah.
As Anubis?
Unfamiliar territory from Ghost. They've certainly proven ability to
Yeah.
win some of these
Remarkable.
late-game matches.
Mantle
This
or
Knights, this
I don't know. It's
week,
or
most
Magi's.
recently have
It's tough.
thrived,
Yeah,
able to
I
take
feel
down
like
3 seed and
mantle
the 2
might be
seed
better
in
than
order.
the
Now here
Magi's.
they are, holding their own up against
It's a very
the 1
slight
seed.
Mike,
What
though.
a run from these guys as Mike.
Oh,
as
they
Neil
got that
moves
ult so
forward. There's the
early.
Fields of Love again used, and the Death Gaze trying to get them out of there, and they get nada.
That's huge. I mean, you get Scary's ultimate, but who cares? But look at Mike blink in,
What
gets a
the-
priority target.
Oh,
Neil's
dude.
going nowhere.
You want to talk about the game Neil's having there?
That
Mark,
was
but
so
Sanford
bad
sucks
for
with the
Paul.
deuces. Bye-bye to Zet Man. That means Neil Malfoy falls as well, and Ghost Gaming having one of their trademark fights, and Panda Cat puts down Cubo front.
That was
and how about a
so
3 for 0
bad for
right when
Paul.
you need it.
Mike diff. That's all it is. That's Mike diff right
Who
there.
does that, by the way?
We just used both of our backlighter ultimates,
Our
but
best ults.
I'm going in. Yeah, I got this one, guys. Don't worry about it. Blinks in to 4. Goes
It's crazy
into
to think that they're
weave
still
and
scared
picks
to
up
like try and
EDC
pull that just because
perfectly with
Silla's still
that Ragnarok.
lurking.
Flawless.
Yeah, Mike's the best support that we got right now, and he put it on display as Paul, after losing those beads, cannot afford to step up any longer. So Scary D is on steal watch as a good bit of damage.
He uses
is
ult
about to fall into
again?
fight, but now the damage on the Scary is real.
That
Good
wall.
wall prevents Scary from finding the damage that he wants.
He did.
But Scary D falls to the heart bomb, but can Ghost.
They can't do
the fire. They
enhance
got
now, I
level
don't think.
Yeah, they can, because now it's just one person from that you have to worry about zoning, and that's Paul. Yes, he's got I'm a Monster coming up, but Final K can communicate how close he is.
He's gonna let him have it.
EFG at that. Gonna be going Ghost's way.
Perfect timing for this. Mike gets aggressive, forces the ultimate out from Paul. Huge play from him. How much work has Mike done this game? I think he's been the better jungler so far, doing everything for Ghost Gaming.
I think they could still base defense this though.
Last 2 fights, but from
This
there
might
Yeah.
actually
on,
be more
Mike's
difficult for
been doing it.
Ghost underneath the base
You
defense.
see the videos of Mike squatting 600 pounds at the gym.
He can
It was prepping for this moment, my guys. He was ready for the big carry. He is looking unbelievable in
Twig
this
needs
game,
speed. They have to
it's
give
not
the
just
Anubis speed
Mike.
at this
Sam
point.
in these last 2 fights, as
But
you
I'm really
mentioned,
curious to see
Final
what
K is
happens
right
for
there,
the
tank
actual
switching with
base
Mike really
defense.
well, because Fenrir can't step into that front
But
line
this is what I
forever. He's
mean.
going
Like,
to
I
need
feel
some
like this
support
Fenrir pick is
whenever
actually
they-
super
whenever he
important
starts
for
to get
Ghost
focused.
because
Final K
Fenrir is
has
the
been able to
main
take
one
that
that's just
pressure
like
off them
running
really
at
well.
them.
And Panda
Like
Cat
if they
in
don't have
particular
Fenrir
has
to
just
run at
played
them, then this is gonna be
unbelievably in
problematic.
these backline fights.
God, dude, Paul has to start landing those. This is so bad for him. Should be out.
And Ghost take the Oni Fury, and Fine is not done. He continues to push in and forces the knife.
crazy
That was
that
pretty
he's-
balanced.
Ghost are pushing ahead
That's
of the Oni
reasonable.
Fury for sure, but there's Sam dunking in, finding Neil. In comes the hammer, and the support is low. Meanwhile, Mike moves in. grabs
Oh!
this man again, but finds
Well,
out
I mean, at least they found one. Oh, that's
big. Oh,
Neil, and I'm a Monster does
That's
bring
2.
Twig
That's
low.
actually
Ghost
huge.
Gaming suddenly in an even 2 for 2.
Great stun coming from Mike. Dodges the stun coming from Fred as well.
I mean, they
but
definitely
a
needed
2
that.
for 2 whenever the enemy team has enhanced Fire Giant is a worthwhile trade for the Pittsburgh Knights. Final K.
That's actually such a good delay.
Really deep. I think unnecessarily so on that fight. I mean, yeah, he's gonna get support coming from
Hey,
Sam.
don't you just
sure,
love watching King
you get
Arthur
zapped
walk at the
again,
enemy
but
team from Gold
losing
Fury all the way
2
down to
members
past
when you
their
have
back
enhanced Fire
harpies?
Giant means that this looks like to me not
And
a
Pretty
only God
epic.
can restore.
going from Ghost,
And he
but
got
more
rooted
getting
by
global
Scylla.
gold off the
Pretty
map
epic.
in the form of these towers. I think that's too aggressive there from Final K. And the rest of the team comes to support him. I'm not saying that it's necessarily his fight call.
Oh,
is
that
the
shell wasn't even
problem, but
upgraded. I thought that shell
certainly
was
the team did
upgraded
have a
already. It
choice
looked
with
like it
where
had
Fred
all
was
3
going.
ticks
It did
on
come
my
in
screen.
At least make it into a 2 for 2, but you probably want a little bit more out of EFG.
The towers don't really matter right now, though. That's the other thing.
Not
I
so
feel like people
bad,
don't realize,
I
like,
suppose,
T2
on the tail
towers
end
mean
of it. And
nothing
they've
at this
got,
point.
Even 33 minutes in, about a 7K gold lead, and still with some boots
Got to
out
the
there,
super
not
power
slotted.
pot.
That still does matter.
Everybody's already
To a
full
certain
build, so
extent as
only
well,
thing
so
that
maybe
teams are
Ghost
looking for right
can
now to
get
spend
those
gold
boots
on
quick.
would just be like
Should still be
power
able to go
pots,
and get the
elixir
tier
of
2 and
speed,
right.
trying to
I
get a
mean, you've
6
got a
item
minute and
slotted
30
in,
on this
like
Fire Giant
possible
now that
3K
everyone
pots
spawned
for
and
somebody
regrouped
really crazy,
head
but
back
I
over
don't think
there.
anybody
These
has a
last
3K
few
pot
fights
yet.
have been so good for Ghost
But
because
they
what
are
Mike
all
has
like,
done
you know,
at
you can
finding
see
these
they're all
priority targets
finishing
is
off their
one of that
builds,
purification
upgrading their
beads. When you
relics,
take a look at the
pretty
relic
standard
situation,
stuff, but like
PK,
Ghost
now
might have
they
been able to
have
swing
all
a
of those
Phoenix or 2
defensive
here,
relics,
now
whereas
that
Vegas
all they
down
get
for
is
Yo, the lean's getting bigger
T2s.
I
now.
think that was an I'm a monster
T2s?
coming from Paul.
Oh, that's
Force
when you
those
know
relics.
turn up's about to
That means
begin.
this fight
The
won't be
lean's
as
getting
easy
big.
for Ghost
Man's
Gaming. They're
is
gonna
out
need to
the
find
gamer
another way to
chair.
get these fights started so easily without Mike just being able to play it.
Yeah, but
literally perfect.
Neil's a support Amir.
Has
Amir's just
done
gonna be
so. What
dying.
a game.
Like Amir's literally
Every 2 and
target
8,
practice right
how
now.
often is that here
All
for
Neil has to
Slash Mine?
do
I would
is get a
argue
good wall off
almost
to
never,
separate the
and he's
team
earned
fight.
every bit
If
of
Neil
what
can
he's
separate the
showing.
team fight,
Just like those
then
aren't
PK
playing
can
a bit of a
collapse
push. Sam
appropriately. But he has to
prefers
get
to
that
cover up.
wall
Meanwhile,
off to
Mike
prevent
is pushing up that
Fino
mid lane, so
and
it's like he
PBM
puts
from
it
having
once,
any sort of follow up.
PK
Like when
on
they dive, the way that they have
entirely
been diving
healing
this entire game one so
Kobe
far,
Shaq
they
analogy going
need
between
Neil
Mike
to
and
just
Panda.
like
This
have
is
that
like when
wall
Kobe drops
barrier.
40 and Shaq has
Because that
35
Amir
and
wall lasts for so
15.
long. 7 seconds is a
Between-
long
between
time to work with,
PBM and
man.
Panda Cat, what are you supposed
Long
to do
time to work with.
whenever
I
they're
feel like this is a
both
good split.
on the same
but-
night?
Not a chance.
It's gonna be
to get
tough to
locked
get
in.
poke
Panda
against
has
this.
the Magi's cloak as well. That's big for him as the mid-tier
Decent
2 does
poke onto
fall.
Twig.
With only 20 seconds left on that EFG, though, Ghost Gaming are ready to back it up.
Yeah.
It'll be another minute plus that time before the Fire Giant spawns again.
PK don't care. They'll forfeit.
Showing a
They'll
little
forfeit
bit of aggressive
T2s.
pathing, maybe hoping to catch someone on their own. I doubt they want to push, but they're certainly showing that they do.
I mean, EFG's falling off. I don't think that they're going to want to try and take a elongated
Oh, this is a
fight
good
here, but they
split.
get walled off
This is
by
a
Neo.
really good
That
split.
means that they've
Oh,
got to end.
Sam's gonna have
Goes
to
Mike
ult.
force out some ultimates from Neil Moss. Sam's up as well. He
All
doesn't
right.
have to re-engage, but he goes for Paul in the back anyway. Forces the ultimate in response. Now he has the wall, and Paul has to use beads
Paul
and Aegis. So
had a
Sam can
bounce
live.
for
That's
himself.
worth it, but I don't know if he can.
No, this is a good
Scary D.
collapse.
Sam is done, and Zetman gets the
Oh
credit
man,
for
dude,
the
fine,
final
okay.
K.
Damn,
He's
these
not
Miss
stopping
Scylla
yet. He's moving
roots.
in, forcing out other relics. Ghost Gaming gets stuck
These
in a
Miss
fight,
Scylla
but
roots are
maybe
really
they can
starting to
make it
hurt,
work.
but at least he's landing the twos.
Big Mantleston's not gonna
The
matter.
heals.
2 for 0.
Yeah.
Ghost get
Heals are
caught,
literally
forcing
carrying.
another bad fight
Weird
that just
tactic.
didn't
Dude.
need to go in at that point.
They can get a
Sam
Phoenix
doesn't get
and
enough
then
damage onto
fire.
Paul. You
They're gonna
have
go
to
for it.
100 to
I think they
0
catch
him
Twig here,
at
actually.
that
Twig
point,
might be
but he's got
fucked.
both relics and his ultimate. Is that a viable strategy for you? It doesn't seem like it
Scary's
is.
literally about to have his ult.
It's just odd from Ghost. And now Twig in an awful spot with Scary putting in damage. Not going to die from it right away, but it's a 5
Okay, they're just gonna go fire.
3 in favor of the Knights. They won't take that to the house, though. They're heading instead over towards the enhanced Fire Giant, which seems to have spawned.
I do think this is
perfectly
where
there
Fender is
for
going to
them.
start to struggle,
Ghost,
though,
really all they can do is watch.
with finding good
This is a
target
little bit scary,
prioritization.
though, for
'cause
PK
Neil's
if
got,
they
like,
don't
a billion
DPS this
HP
fast
now.
enough, but what am I worried about? They're going to DPS this plenty fast. You got a Hachiman.
Well,
the attack speed
Hey
squad,
just
front
sold
tread.
boots and
Solid,
got
great secure
bulwark.
coming for Paul. PK.
That's
So it's not gonna
huge.
get blown up by
Scylla
Scylla
anymore,
and-
yeah.
With 5 members with enhanced Fire Giant.
You know what's
I just
bad
thought
when the
maybe
King
Ghost
Arthur
weren't
actually
happy with
builds,
those
like,
tier 2s,
heavy
were they? I
magical
mean,
defense.
they got walled off.
Shield,
Great
shield,
call from Neil to
shield.
kind of force their hand a
And
little
Paul
bit,
hasn't
kind of
even been
overreact
consistent
to
with
it,
his
but
ones.
the
I'm telling you,
dive in
if
from
Paul
Sam,
starts
the rest of
landing
that
his
commit,
ones,
it was a little
Fender
bit
should
much,
not
and
be
they tried
allowed to
force it.
exist.
And you just have so
Like,
much
it
more
really is
mobility
Paul's
to
job
the
to
Pittsburgh
just
Knights. I mean, you're talking about
dig down
you got
PBM on
Sentinel
the Fender.
movement coming from Scylla, the cavalry charge from Guan Yu, the piercing moonlight, and the mounted archery coming.
Like,
from
Paul
Hugo
Paul
Fred
just
and
needs to
Honestly,
land
I'm
his
still
ones, and
surprised
this will
that
be
Super
interesting.
Yumi, like full
Who's catching?
DPS
Right,
for the
but
most
You
part, is getting
have
away.
something like a
I mean,
Guan
he
Yu
has
on
to.
your side in order
Because
to get there and
if
help
he
you.
gets his
Final
kid
K's
off,
got a
even
walk
if he
there if he's
dies,
in combat,
it's still a
which he
worthwhile
certainly
trade for
was.
PK.
So he
If
can't
they're
get on
able to
top
trade
of
out
that
one
priority
person.
target with
Because
you.
Suki, after he ults, is
Mike
like,
used
what
his
the hell does he
ultimate
do?
early and
Nothing.
forced out to that Sentinel, but that's all he got. That's not enough value in comparison, especially to what he has been getting, though what he has been getting has been astronomical value that you can't really expect every single time. It's just got to be a little
Dude,
bit
Panic has
tighter
literally got a
for
Mad Guy's
Ghost
cloak,
Gaming.
too. That's
Pittsburgh Knights
crazy.
are much better equipped to take these sprawling,
Zap went for the
spread
3K
out
pot
fights
over
throughout
a 6th
the
item.
jungle. Even though they're the one with the healer, Ghost Gaming have to stay a
I'm
little
actually
bit more
curious to see how that
compact
works out for
in their
him on the
fights.
Phoenix Siege.
Because the Knights can turn
That's going to
a
give him so
sprawling
much
spread
damage
out
on those
fight
Phoenixes.
into a bit more of a compact one with that mobility that you mentioned, right? They can catch up more than Ghost can. As this tier 2 and left goes down, still not quite even up in goal, but I mean, they're
And
deep enough into
ah,
this. That's not
this is
the
where I
issue. The
get
biggest
nervous.
disparity here is
Watching
EFG
these base
on 5
sieges,
members for the Knights, and the relics
40
coming
minutes
up
deep.
just in time. Only
You
one
fuck
missing
up,
is
they just
Aegis
run it, counter
Paul,
run it down
and that's
mid, and
about
you lose the
15 seconds
game.
out.
Hate
It's
that.
similar for Twig, who's about to have his beast
Why is
Aegis
this
back
map
up
like
as
2
well.
feet long?
3-2 split though. Scary D moves in first. Fine, OK, and Sam are here to deal. They keep Medbay for a minute. That's good damage on mid and left Phoenix as Mike gets aggressive. Paul is the one pulled in.
He's got to create space.
And the beads in order to escape.
He's got to
Good
create
work from
space.
Ghost.
They need to get away from
goes
Sam.
Way too far away. Instead lands to try and deal with
Big
Polar
freeze,
Bear
though.
Mike, or rather Neil Ma, who's still
Really
too
big
healthy, and now
freeze.
Sam in danger of falling. Ghost can't find the right targets.
Perfect
Sprung
split of the
trap, and
fight.
him and Scary D are in the back line. Double kill for Scary D. Final K
Oh my
doing
god,
what
this could be
he
game.
can. Better wall
This is game.
coming
Yep,
from Neil
it's game, I
Ma.
think.
That's literally
PK
game
is
1.
ruining this fight.
Dude.
Yeah, this just might be over.
Neil
Mike
Ma!
and Panda have so
What a
much work to do. They
fucking
don't have
play from
ultimates
Neil.
to
He
get
just
it done
carried
with.
that
So Hugo
fight.
Fred looks to get aggressive. That is the left side.
Neil
Phoenix
literally
done.
took all
And
their
PK
attention.
Right on the precipice of going 1-0 up against the best team that we have had all year.
Let's go,
Unbelievable.
let's
They've
go,
got
let's
two
go.
members
Close
to
this
do
shit
it
out.
with. Kobe and Shaq on the defense yet again. I don't think they're going to be able to do it, Finch.
No, it is
Like,
not
Zap's
enough.
hard
The
ignoring
Knights
him, too.
are absolutely ready
Let's
for the
go.
world stage. Our
Game
big
1,
game
baby.
Goes to the underdogs.
That's what I want to
Unreal
see.
performance, but Ghost had it so many different times.
Yeah.
He just kept chasing and chasing and chasing. Another great play from Mike. Gets beads, forces Zap out, and then Sam lands in the demilitarized zone. I mean, he
I
was
don't
in
know,
between
man.
everybody. His wall doesn't quite cut off Neil. That's a little bit unfortunate, but Fred's positioning was perfect. I mean, he was lying in the weeds, ghillie suit on and everything.
That all falls apart for them because of 3 different things. I know for a fact, Neil split the team fight so freaking well there. He pulled so much attention on that back line. But also, Zap and Paul's disengage Like, the fact that they had the game awareness or the map awareness to instantly ult out, create enough space so that Sanford Soccer can't immediately Thor dunk them after the Fenrir and Ragnarok, that was, I mean, dude, PK just crushed it right there. Like, I'm really impressed with A, how they retreated, and B, how well Neil was able to split that team fight up. Like, this is why we're a Neil Maul stand. This is why we PK stands.
Yeah.
That's really everything that happened in that short time